The concept of entry management, introduced by Mike Kabemeyer, bridge director at the Granite Club. And in 2018, he won the Audrey Grant Teachers Award. Sorry, partner, I got blocked. We went down. Isn't this a common thing that happens to all of us? Getting blocked usually occurs at the end of the hand when the declarer is in one hand and cannot get to the winners in the other hand. And this brings up the concept of entry management and the techniques of entry management. There are 10 techniques in entry management. Number 1, playing a higher ranked card in a suit is the most commonly done by all bridge players. Creating entries in long suits by unblocking is a common error made by many people. The jettison play is my favorite. It is a technique by discarding a very high card in a suit, usually an ace, thus wasting a trick. Winning a trick with an unnecessarily high card is another excellent way to gain entry. Overtaking a high card with an even higher card is rare, but an effective technique. An example is leading a king and then overtaking it with the ace. Finessing is another technique, and using a double finesse is even more effective. Number 7, losing a trick to create an entry plans a lot of foresight. Roughing in the dummy is often used to get extra tricks, but could also be used for entry management. Number 9 is using small cards in the trump suit to get to the dummy. And the final one, loser to unblock, is very difficult and sophisticated, and I will show you that later. Now I'd like to show you some examples of these techniques. Winning a trick with an unnecessarily high card will be the first one. Here is a 3-note trump contract by South. The opening lead is the 6 of diamonds. You have 4 quick tricks, and hopefully you can get 4 extra tricks in spades and 1 in diamonds. But if the smart opponents hold up twice, how can you get entry to the spades?
I've got 2 club tricks and 1 heart trick, so that's 5. I just need 4 spade tricks, right? Which are a piece of cake. I just have to knock out the ace.
Right. Get rid of it.
But we have to go one step further. Not only do you have to knock out the ace, but what else do you have to do?
Entry.
You got to get there. You have to get there. So thinking ahead, you could say, well, my opponents are not going to cooperate and play that ace early, right? So how am I going to get there? And, if East has the king and they cover on the first one, it'll be a piece of cake. That doesn't look likely with the 6 of diamonds lead. Using the rule of 11, we know that East has only 1 card higher than the 6. I suppose it could be the king, but I'm not banking on it. But let's say it goes 6, 10, 2, and you're at a crossroads here. If you take the free trick, man. It really is like, hey, you want a free lunch here? I'll give you a free lunch, free trick. If you take that free trick, you're done for. It's all over.
Yeah.
Because now you go to play your spades, and is this guy going to take the first one? No, thank you. But he will take the second one, and now you're completely doomed because you'll never get back to the dummy to cash those 3 spades. Right. So to guarantee that you can make an entry to the dummy, what do you have to play at trick 1?
Ace.
You have to play the ace. Seems kind of wasteful. You're just throwing away that free trick that they gave you.
No, but it gives
But
you
not
entry.
really. You're only getting 2 diamond tricks ever to begin with.
And you're gonna get one of them anyway.
Now you continue with your
Spades.
spades, and they will take their ace
Mhm.
at the appropriate time. But now you're completely in control, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you a question on defense? When I know that there's a long card suit in the dummy, and I want to know when to play my ace, how do you do that calculation? Because you had 4 to start with. Are they going to split 3-2 or 2-2? Now here they split 2-2, so you did the second one.
We have to rely on two things. We have to rely on the bidding, and we have to rely on the play. So the bidding here, I believe, was 1 no trump, 3 no trump.
Yeah.
All right. So let's have a look. So if it's 1 no trump, 3 no trump, we can kind of rule out a singleton in the south hand.
Yeah.
Right. And also, I kind of cheated with this bidding. It would actually have gone 1 no trump, 2 hearts, 2 diamonds, or sorry, 2 hearts, 2 spades, 3 no trump, pass, pass, pass. That gives up the whole program.
Yeah.
South already knows you have 2, right? But it was uninformative, like I gave you. The first time that you played a spade, so you win with the ace, and you play the 8 of spades.
Mm-hmm.
West would play the 6, giving count, high-low with a doubleton, right, showing an even number. So your partner would know that South had an even number, they had 2. So there's a lot of ways.
The jettison play is my favorite, and here you will watch me discard a winning ace.
On the close.
I didn't.
Oh. All right. Well, okay.
What entries are there? There's the,
You've got the ace of hearts.
but that's it.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
There isn't any other one.
He's a loser on loser.
Loser on loser. That's another hint.
I tried that.
You tried that?
Try that.
All right. Tell me if you're
The lucky duck.
the lucky duck. Yes. Tell me if you're ready to.
Not yet. I've got one more try.
Okay.
Okay.
Ah. No, this is not what
All right.
No, it's not gonna work. Ah.
Get up to 11. I
Kelly?
can't find that last trick. Where is it?
All those good tricks over there too, eh?
Yeah.
Don't you hate that?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It doesn't
So,
work. I'm down 1.
well, there you go. Linda did
I
figure
did
it out.
figure it out.
Oh, they're in 6 hearts.
Well, that will explain some of it.
Well, some of it. Okay, then I should. Oh. my
Yeah, it's
gosh.
6 hearts.
Gotcha.
Oh, I did say 6 hearts. I wasn't trying.
10, 11, 12. Yes. You get an extra diamond trick and then you make it.
I'm down.
All right,
Down 1.
I'm done.
all right.
It was until I got the extra diamond trick and then I make it.
So this one is kind of tricky. You
It
got to
certainly is.
visualize it because you've got 3 spade losers, but you can only pitch away 1 spade,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you could rough a spade, but you have to lose 2 spades first. So it's really annoying, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's look at the diamonds.
Yeah.
We've got the ace, which is annoying, the singleton ace. And we have the queen, jack, 10.
Yeah.
What are we missing?
King.
King.
We're missing the king, right? And we're in 6 hearts, so how many tricks are we allowed to lose?
1.
One.
Why don't we lose the king of diamonds?
Mhm.
You might say, well, how can I do that? I have a singleton ace.
Yeah, but you'll make your queen
Well,
jack
we got
good.
that old jettison play.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the dummy. We're a little short on dummy entries. So let's do it right away. Everybody following that?
Yep.
So you play the king of clubs, and we all saw how fruitless it was to throw a spade, right? So let's just get rid of this annoying ace of diamonds. Now, at first, I admit, this looks completely insane, right? You're throwing away your good ace of diamonds in six. But let's find out. If we play the queen of diamonds, right? Let's picture, first of all, let's say that the guy on the right has the king of diamonds. Does everybody see this? Okay. If he ducks, we're just going to play a spade, right? And that wins, right? If he covers, that's pretty good for us too. We're just going to rough it. And you see our jack 10 of diamonds are good. We'll just throw away two spades.
That's the thing.
So if the guy on the right has the king, our problems are solved, correct? But this one, not quite that lucky, right? This one, the guy on the left has the king of diamonds. Do we care?
No.
No.
Because it sets up the queen
So
jack.
we play the queen of diamonds. What are we going to do now? We're going to rough it?
Slough a
No, just
spade.
throw spade, right? So that
Loser on
loses.
loser.
That's okay. We're not in 7. And now, all our problems are over. We'll win whatever they return. We will draw 2 rounds of trump, ending in the dummy with our last and only entry, which is good because we've got this jack 10 of diamonds that we worked so hard to set up. And, we just pitch away those spades.
The rest are ours.
Whoops.
Whoop.
And once again, you stand up to roaring, thunderous applause. And you're like, holy smokes, you're amazing. Does that make sense, though?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The reason it's hard to see is because that ace is an optical illusion. Nobody in the right 9 throws away aces. But you see how you kind of need to? Because you were giving up a trick, yes, but you got 2 back. And that was the key, right? You're giving 1 to get 2. So that's a good deal. All right. So that's all the easy ones I have.
Next is creating an entry using a long suit without getting blocked. The next example is a contract of 3-no trump by South. Assessing the contract, there are 8 sure winners, and the 9th trick must come from the hearts. You need a double finesse in the hearts and need 2 entries into the dummy. Yes, you could pause this video and further analyze the contract.
Ed, how many spades does West have? 4. Are we worried about the spades? No.
No.
Because we're only going to lose 2 spades. We can afford to lose 2 spades and 2 hearts. We've all seen this combination a million times. You lead a low heart to the jack, and
Again.
if that loses, you go back and you lead a low heart to the queen. And so that's how we're going to play. What do we need in order to do that?
2 entries.
We need 2 entries, and the only place they can come from is
Diamonds.
diamonds. So, do we duck the first spade? No, we do not duck the first spade.
So why?
Because we're not afraid of the spades. The spades do not break 5-3. The spades break
Yeah.
4-3. We
Yeah.
know that from the opening leg. And we can't afford to switch.
Yes.
We're going to lose 2 hearts, right? We can't afford to also lose 2 spades and 1 club, right? However, we can afford to lose 2 spades and 2 hearts. That's no problem. We're budgeted. So we're not going to duck. We're going to win the king. All right. Now we need 2 entries to the diamonds. We're only going to lose 2 spades. We can afford to lose 2 spades and 2 hearts. We've all seen this combination a million times. You lead a low heart to the jack, and
Again.
if that loses, you go back and you lead a low heart to the queen. And so that's how we're going to play. What do we need in order to do that?
Two entries.
We need 2 entries, and the only place they can come from is
Diamonds.
diamonds. So, do we duck the first spade? No, we do not duck the first spade.
So why?
Because we're not afraid of the spades. The spades do not break 5-3. The spades break
Yeah.
4-8. We
Yeah.
know that from the opening leg. And we can't afford a switch.
Yes.
We're gonna lose 2 hearts, right? We can't afford to also lose 2 spades and 1 club, right? However, we can afford to lose 2 spades and 2 hearts. That's no problem. We're budgeted for it. So we're not gonna duck. We're gonna win the king. All right. Now we need 2 entries to the diamonds. So how else can we mess this up? Well, we could play the 5 of diamonds over to the queen, and now we're going down, obviously.
Yeah.
Because we can only take 1 heart finesse. We need 2 entries, right?
Yeah.
So, how are we gonna do this? Well, we win the king of hearts, and we gotta watch our entries here. Let's play the ace of diamonds first. Everything seems to be breaking. Let's play the king of diamonds. Well, alright, we now know that the diamonds break 3-2, so we're in good shape so far. Now, let's not screw this up. Let's play the jack of diamonds and overtake with the queen. That seems wasteful, but not really, because they don't have any diamonds left. We can do whatever we want, right? And we play a low heart. Remember, we learned this card combination in week 1. Low to the jack. That loses. Okay. They clear the spade suit. We don't care. We can afford 2 spade losers. Our carefully preserved 5 of diamonds goes over to the 7, and we just take the other finesse. Now, what happened in Jocelyn, alright, well, let me show how this works. So this guy can take his king, and they can cash 2 hearts, like I say, or 2 spades, which we budgeted for, alright?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But the party's over now, right? We're gonna get our queen of hearts, and we're gonna get 2 clubs, and we make this contract easily. As long as the diamonds split 3-2, and the hearts, the honors are on either side. And as long as we don't blow our entries. If you played the 5 of diamonds early up to your queen,
Yeah.
you're down. There's no coming back from that. So what Jocelyn was saying was, wait a minute, no, my robots gave up on me. What happened is Jocelyn made the correct play. She played the jack of, you can do this many ways, but she played the jack of diamonds up to the queen, right? And now the robots know it's hopeless, right? So they just duck the heart to maintain communications. Because if Jocelyn gives up the lead for some reason, now they can clobber her in the hearts. So that's just a ducking play on defense, because they know they're toast, right? You'll find Jocelyn, if you had played low, let's undo. So you played the jack of diamonds, and then from the dummy you played low, and then you went up to the queen of diamonds, and you tried playing a heart. You will find that the robots will not be so kind this time. They will not duck, because they know you're toast. That's what happened to you, Jocelyn.
Okay.
So the robots didn't give it to you, you gave it to yourself. They just admitted defeat.
No wonder these robots win the games all the time. They already know they've won or lost like before you even play.
No, that's a pretty standard ducking play. You should know that as well. Keeping communication with your partner.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So that's all I have, unless you want to try the really hard.
This example brings up 2 basic declarer principles that are very important. Always finesse low to the low honor, except when you have 3 in a row underneath in either or both hands. Number 2, always lead a high card from the shorter suit. The last example is loser to unblock. It is the first cousin, not the sister, to the technique of loser on loser. The last example is by far the most difficult. The contract is 6 spades, with West leading the 5 of hearts. In assessing this contract, the declarer has 12 winners, 5 spades, 1 heart, 1 diamond, and 5 clubs, but also has 2 diamond losers. You can see the problem of how to get rid of a diamond loser. You can pause this video and think of the best solution.
So yeah, this one is kind of neat, I think. Now, at first it looks, what could be easier? Let's be honest, right? You're in 6 spades, and we can count it. You've got 5 spades, 5 clubs, and 2 aces. You got 12 tricks right on top. What could go wrong?
Split.
Well, you saw the dummy and the clubs in your hand are blocked. And they're irrevocably blocked. You have no little card. Remember the other ones? We had a little card that you had to save and hold on to it for dear life. This one's a little bit different because we don't have that. So how can we get around that? Well, we've got to get rid of it. We've got to get rid of the club that's blocking. Remember we were throwing away our aces. We've got to do the same idea here. We've got to throw away that club. So first of all, before we get carried away, let's draw some trump. We're going to count to 5. Right? We're going to count to 5. 1,
5, 6, 7.
No, don't count past 5. We're only counting the ones we're missing. If you're taking your shoes off, you're counting wrong, right? We never get past 10. So the trumps are gone. Now we got to go back up to the dummy. Remember, playing the clubs at this point will not work. All right. So we go up to the dummy with the ace of clubs. All right. And we got to get rid of that offending club that's blocking us. How are we going to do that? There's only one way to do it.
Loser.
You might say, yeah, but I'm going to lose it. Well, that's okay. You're only in 6. You're not in 7. So you get rid of a heart. And now you're home.
Yeah.
Now they could come back a club. And now, Jocelyn, how many extra clubs do you have?
2 extra.
You got 2 extra, which is what you needed to pitch your 2 diamonds.
Yeah.
Actually, they come back a diamond, which is fine too.
Whatever.
Yeah.
They're toast. Whoops. They're toast now. Once you've got your clubs rolling, and you just pitch your other diamond.
Yeah.
And
Very clever.
thunderous ovation. Very good, Linda. Congratulations.
Oh yeah.
Tough one, eh? But when you have a blockage and you see the blockage, my only advice to you is look for a way to throw it away.
Okay.
Sometimes you throw it away on the winner, right? We've been seeing throwing it on winners. This time it's the loser on loser play, just throwing it on a loser.
To summarize, if you cannot remember the 10 techniques of the concept of entry management, please remember the 2 basic declarer principles. Always finesse low to the low honor, except when you have 3 touchy cards underneath in either or both hands. Number 2, always lead a high card from the short side in a suit. In conclusion, again, I would like to thank Mike Kabemeyer for introducing the concept of entry management to bridge players all over the world. This video lesson was produced by David Ellis and narrated by myself. I would like to also thank my wife, Craig Ellis, for her editing technique.